for people to stream in to a live session. So today it will be a very special session, and as you can see, my son is also attending this session along with me. So today we are going to have a reading session, storybook reading session, where my son has selected few storybooks and he will be reading it in front of you. So in today's world, reading, the habit of reading has in fact been lost out. People have just stopped to read. People are just addicted to their video games and their consoles and their PS2s, and they have been glued to the internet. They have been exposed to the world of internet from their very childhood. People of age 4 years, 5 years have smartphones in their hands, and I got my first smartphone जब मैं कॉलेज में था, पहले ईयर में. और अभी बच्चों के, हर बच्चे के पास एक स्मार्टफोन है. बच्चे को फ़ोन दे दो, अपने आप यूट्यूब निकाल लेगा और ब्लिपी देखने लग जाएगा. So the habit of reading has been lost out, and we as a
fury.
And yes, and parking fury, yes, and games. So mobile games, that is another addiction. So we as a family have tried to inculcate the habit of reading in our son from the very beginning. He loves to read, and in this beautiful storytelling session you will see how much he loves to read. He has few selected storybooks. Aryaditya, please show the storybooks that you have got with you. Please show it to the audience. Please show it. So there are few storybooks which has been handpicked. Oh, I'm sorry. So I am Abhishek and he is my son Aryaditya. He is currently studying in DPS Ruby Park in class 1. And this is his first live storytelling session. So guys, give us some joy, give us some cheer. And I want to see a very interactive session. Please comment in my comment section if anyone wants to know anything. So here we get started. Aryaditya, what's the first storybook that you're going to read today?
Hazel and Gretel.
Please show the book. Bring it close so that everyone can see. And let us wait for, show some cheer guys. Please join in our live stream and enjoy this beautiful evening, with beautiful Sunday evening with us, me, Abhishek, and my son Aryaditya. And we are going to have some fun. We are just going to wait, give it some time for people to join in my live stream. So this is a very unique live stream that we are doing today. And I believe that people are slowly streaming in. You can see, Aryaditya, how many people are there on a live stream? You can see the number right here. It's 3. So we hope that number grows and increases exponentially. And we are thinking today is Sunday and everyone is at your home chilling, Netflixing. So please take out some time and visit our stream. Aryaditya, let's start with the first story. What is this going to be? Read out the story loud.
Hazel and Gretel.
Please turn the pages. Hello, Metric Sphinx. Thank you. So we are going to start our stream now. Please be with us. Show some cheer. We will get our motivation from your comments. So please, everyone, support us in our little endeavor. We want to keep the reading habit alive in each and every one of us, which is being just like dead as a dodo. People have left books. Books have been clattered. They have been thrown away. And we cannot do that. We have to stay united. And we have to show some love for our beautiful books, which are our best friends. Thank you, Metric Sphinx. Okay, so let's start. Aryaditya, let's start with your story. Everyone wants to hear from you. The next voice will be for my son, Aryaditya. Please show some cheer so that when he starts reading, he remains motivated. Thank you. Over to you, Aryaditya. Introduce yourself. Who are you? Introduce yourself. I am Aryaditya. Introduce to our audience. Please state your name. Which school do you read in? Please.
I read in DPS Ruby Park, Kolkata.
Okay, and what is your name?
Aryaditya Mondal.
Okay. Thank you. And you stay in Kolkata, right? See, everyone is saying hello to you. Okay? Okay, let's get started. Let's start this wonderful storytelling session now. Over to you. Start reading the story. Turn the page. Turn the page, Aryaditya. And read aloud. Start.
A woodcutter had two
Loudly.
children named Hazel and Gretel. Their main stepmother did not like them. The family was very poor, so one day she forced her husband to get rid of his two children.
So here there is a woodcutter and he has two children, Hansel and Gretel. So their stepmother did not like them at all and they wanted to drive them both away. Read, Aryaditya, can you turn the leaf and read aloud for a lovely audience here.
And next morning they took the children and left them in the forest, but clever Hansel had overheard them. He threw pebbles all the way, and later they followed the pebbles home. The next time their stepmother took them far deeper into the forest.
Very good. Next page. Beautiful reading.
This time Hansel only had some bread and dropped bread crumbs.
Unfortunately,
The birds ate them up and they were lost. A couple of days passed. They were
scared.
hungry, and tired.
So let me explain a bit to the audience here. So next morning, they took the children away and left them in the forest. And they thought the children would not be able to turn back home. So what Hansel and Gretel did, he threw stones and pebbles along the way, and following the pebbles, they could find their way back home. But this time Hazel had only bread and dropped breadcrumbs. The birds ate them up and they were indeed lost because they could not find any breadcrumbs anymore. And Hazel and Gretel could not find their way back home. They were scared, they were hungry, and they were tired. They did not know what to do. Aryaditya, please go ahead. Audience wants to know. जनता जानना चाहती है ना उनके साथ क्या हुआ, हेंसल एंड ग्रेटल के साथ, वो कैसे वापस आए. ठीक है, जानने के लिए बने रहिए.
Suddenly they came across a teeny cottage made of cakes and candies. They were
enchanted.
They decided to break
Be still,
off.
Aryaditya.
They decided to break off
Portions
and ate them. The house belonged to a witch. She invited them inside.
Hold on. So let us show you the house of the witch. So this is the house of the witch, guys. See how the witch lives? So what happened? So they came across a tiny cottage which was made of cakes and candies. It was very fancy. It was very inviting and very lucrative. And they were enchanted. Hansel and Gretel were surprised to see a tiny cottage made of cakes and candies in the middle of the forest. So they jumped right in. But they did not know, they were unaware of the fact that it actually belonged to a witch. Oh my God, I'm very scared. I don't know whether the witch will eat them up. What will happen to them? Let's see. Bane rahiye. Next page.
The witch locked up Hansel. She wanted to
Flatten
him up and eat him. Gretel was made to do household work. One day she lit up her over to
Huge oven.
huge oven to cook. She told Gretel to check if the oven was properly heated.
Okay, so let's tell our lovely audience here what happened. So the witch had in fact locked up Hazel. She wanted to fatten him up so that he could be a delicious meal. So he gave him lots to eat and had imprisoned him in a jail. While Gretel, she was made to do all the household work and all the household chores. She was made to cook food. She was made to clean the house. She was made to do the dishes. Then one day, she lit a huge oven so that Gretel, she could push Gretel inside and eat her up. Let's see what happens. Does Gretel die? I'm afraid. बने रहिए.
Gretel
Understood.
understood her
Intentions.
intentions. She said, "Please show me how to do it."
But Gretel had a huge wit. She was an intelligent girl. She understood the intentions behind her saying to light the oven. So she told the witch, I do not know how to do it. Can you please show me? Come over and show me. So Gretel asked the witch to demonstrate how to light the oven. बने रहिए, मुझे डर लग रहा है.
As the witch crept crept into the oven, Gretel pushed her, shut the door, and locked it.
Locked it.
Locked it. She then quickly freed Hansel. They filled their pockets with jewelries and left for home.
So what happened? As soon as the witch came nearer to the oven, and she crept into the oven, Hansel and Gretel had a plan. Gretel pushed her back inside the oven, and the witch was burned. As soon as Gretel pushed the witch into the oven, she shut the door and left for home. So they got saved due to the presence of mind.
Jewelries.
Yes, good Aryaditya. So as he pointed it out, they also took some jewelries on their way back home. ठीक है, पढ़ो आगे पढ़ो क्या होता है.
They came to stream. A wild duck helped cross it. Suddenly they saw their father
Cutting wood.
They ran to their father and
Hugged him.
So,
folks, you must be wondering, they did not have any breadcrumbs, they did not have any markers. How did they manage to get home? So they came to a stream. Look there. There was a white duck, and the duck carried them on his back and helped to cross the stream. Suddenly, they saw their poor father cutting wood. They caught sight of their father and said, "Hello, Dad, we are here." They ran to their dad and hugged him. Okay, so read the last page, Aryaditya.
The father was
Delighted
to see them. They went home with him and gave him the
precious stones.
Their father told them their stepmother had left the tree, lived happily ever after. Thank you, everyone.
Wow, Aryaditya, that was a brilliant read. I hope the audience will also agree that he read sumptuously well. So, folks, we can see a very lovely ending here. All well that ends well. So Hansel and Gretel were reunited with their family, and the wicked stepmother. Do you remember her? They were planning to drive them away. Instead, the father drove the little stepmother away. And now the father, Hazel and Gretel, lived happily ever after. So, which is the next storybook that you're gonna pick up, Aryaditya?
The Little Red Cap.
Can you show it to our audience so that they can see the book? And friends, please buy storybooks for your kids. Those are the, please bring the book down, Aryaditya. I'm going to give a message to the audience here. Please, instead of buying toys and fancy items, cutlery, kitchen items, washing machine, robots, I don't know what all gifts have come up in the market, sprang up in the market. My son always pesters me for toys. Cars. Daddy, I want a toy. I want a car. That will not benefit your kid. If you really want to do something good for your kid, invest in his future, invest in his education. This is what you should aspire to buy them. Whenever you go out, think of buying something for your son or daughter, make sure you buy a book. Aryaditya, please carry on with your next story, The Little Red Cap. Let us all know what is there in this story.
Once upon a time, there lived a little girl. Grandma
Gifted her a red
gifted
cap.
her a red cap, and she wore it.
I am very disappointed in you, audience. We are not getting any love and support from you. Only 3 people have joined. This is very disappointing, this being a Sunday. So please, friends, inform your friends, your family, everyone to come here. We are having a reading party here. What's a better way to spend a Sunday rather than being with books? Please
Once
carry on.
upon a time, there lived a little girl. Her
Put in your status.
grandma gifted her
Urge people to join in.
her a red cap, and she wore it. All the time, everybody called her her little red cap. One day, her mother packed some cakes and juice for her. Grandmother, go and give these to Grandma. She will be very happy to see you, but always remember never talk to strangers. Mother
Warned.
warned.
So let us bring you everyone up to speed. Audience who have joined us now, they don't know what is going on. This is the
Again
reading
two.
session.
Again two.
People will join in. Aryaditya, be patient. So, in the story, there is a little girl, and her grandma gifts her a red cap, and she wears it all the time. So, everyone renamed her or christened her the little red cap. One day, her mother packed some goodies, cakes, juices for her grandmother, and her mother instructs her to go and visit grandma and give this to her. But she warned her, be very careful, the world is very cruel. Never talk to strangers, they might take advantage of you. So this was advice her mother gave to little red cap. So what happens next? Does she fall in trouble? Let's find out. Aryaditya, carry on.
On her way, Red Cap meet a wolf. Good day, little Red Cap. Where are you going? He asked. To meet my grandmother. She said the wolf decided to follow her.
Oh my God, look, there is a dangerous wolf. Can you see this wolf? As soon as a wolf sees the little red girl, he thinks she will be my next target. And the wolf approaches the little red girl, asking her, inquiring her, where are you going? Then the little girl very naively and honestly replies him, I'm going to meet my grandmother. Will the wolf grab her? Will the wolf make her his next meal? बने रहिए, पता चलेगा.
Red Cap reached her grandmother's house. She told her about the wolf she had met. Grandma said, "We shall close the door so he can't come in."
So धीरे धीरे वो अपने ग्रैंड मदर, अपने नानी के घर पहुंची गई. बट एज सुन एज शी रीच्ड हर ग्रैंड मदर्स हाउस, the little red cap, the little girl, tells her all about the wolf that she met in the way to her grandmother. And the grandmother says, "Don't worry, beta, we will close the door so that the wolf cannot get inside." So, what happens next? Stay ahead. बने रहिए with Plot Pundits. Read, Aryaditya. Audience is waiting for you. Don't skip this page, Aryaditya. How will people know? Read this page, Aryaditya.
Soon afterwards, the wolf came cooking, opened the door. "Come and see what gifts I have for you," she said. They
Remain very quiet.
And did not open the door. The wolf strayed around the house to find a way in.
So, the wolf comes knocking in. "Hello, let me in." But, he had to lure his way in. So, he says, "I have some gifts, I have some lovely gifts that your mother has sent to you. Please open the door." But the grandmother and the little girl, they remained very quiet. They did not make any sound. The wolf searched around the house to find a way in. Let's see what happens. Does the wolf get in? Do the little girl and the grandmother get eaten up by the wolf? Let's see.
He then hid on a roof and waited. He decided to eat Red Cap in the dreams
Darkness of the night. Please show some cheers. This is not happening. My son Aryaditya is reading so well. I believe everyone is loving his reading. So show me some cheer, show us some love, send up some support and encouragement. We shall conduct more such reading sessions in future as well. Aryaditya, please finish off the story.
In front of the house was a big water trough in the
evening.
When Grandma came out to see Red Cap off, she noticed the wolf
Reflection
in it.
So the wolf looked through. Actually, he climbed on the house and he saw there was a roof and there was an opening in the roof. So the wolf decided that let me get in through the roof and eat the little girl and the grandmother alive in the darkness of the night. So in front of the house was a big water trough. And it was very propitious that it was there. So in the evening, when grandma came out to see Red Cap off back to her mother, she noticed the wolf's reflection in it. So she became aware. She became aware that the wolf is hiding, creeping inside, and she might be jumping on Red Cap when she gets back home. So read ahead. Let's see if she becomes the wolf's next meal or she can manage to escape from the wolf's clutches. Read ahead.
So the grandmother said loudly to Red Cap, "I made some sugars yesterday. Put them in the trough of me. Dear, they will remain fresh."
So the grandmother, she knew, right, that the wolf was there lurking. So what she did was she wanted to make the wolf listen. So she told loudly to the little girl that I made some sausages yesterday, and you have to put the sausages in the trough. They will remain fresh. Read whether the wolf will fall in the trap of the grandmother or whether he will understand it. Let's see. बहुत मजा आ रहा है.
The what is it?
Delicious
The delicious smell of the
sausages.
sausages made to wolf's mouth water. He shout,
Stretched his neck far out
stretched his neck
like
far
this
out.
to sniff and peep down. Sniffing means to, this is called sniffing, to try to smell. So the delicious smell of the sausages made the wolf's mouth water. He was hungry, and the name of the sausage itself, because it was the wolf's favorite meal, so he couldn't relish. He could not bear to eat it. He could not resist himself. So he stretched his neck out to sniff and peep down. Where is it? Where are the sausages? So what happens next? Read, Aryaditya.
He lost his
Balance.
balance, fell in the true and drowned.
So what happens? He tries to peep in, and he becomes very greedy. Everyone knows, right, that greed has a fall. So he fell in the trough and he drowned. So what happened next?
The last grandma quickly filled the trough with mud. She then bade a safe farewell to Little Red Cap.
Wow.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Aryaditya, for reading us a beautiful story again. So the moral of the story is, nothing can happen to the wise man. You have to be alive to the situation. It was only because of grandmother's promptness and alertness that she could sense that the wolf was lurking behind. So she laid a trap, and the wolf fell right into the trap. The little girl was saved. So let's pick up the next story, Aryaditya. What is it going to be? Is it going to be Rapunzel, or is it going to be the Beauty and the Beast?
The Beauty and the Beast.
Wow, it's I think every kid knows this story, right? It is such a nostalgic moment. Everyone talks about this story everywhere. So those who do not yet know, hear it from my son Aryaditya's lips. Go ahead, Aryaditya. Here we go. Read it aloud, Aryaditya. Audience is waiting with
A
bated breath.
rich merchant had 3 daughters. The youngest was called Little Beauty. She was the
Wisest.
wisest, most beautiful of all.
तो पता चल गया आपको, एक बहुत रिच मर्चेंट था, उसकी 3 बेटियां थी. उनमें से द यंगेस्ट वन was known as or sobriquated as the little beauty. She was the most beautiful of them all. आगे पढ़ो आर्यदित्य, बताओ हम सबको क्या होता है उसके बाद.
One day the merchant went to the city. On his way back, he lost his way and reached a castle where he took shelter. The next morning, on his way out, he plucked a beautiful rose from the garden for Beauty.
So audience, in case you are missing out, so the merchant went to the city. शहर में गया वो. They lived in a village. So after that, on his way back, he lost his way and reached a castle where he took shelter. So in the middle of the way, he lost his way and he could not find his way back. So he was searching around, where is my home, where is my home. So he suddenly spots a castle and where he takes shelter. So the next morning on his way out, don't do that, he plucked a beautiful rose from the garden for Beauty. Okay, so he thought that when I go back home, my daughters are going to pester me saying, Daddy, what have you bought for me? So he plucks out a beautiful rose for his little daughter, the little beauty. Okay? Read ahead, Aryaditya. पता तो चले वो घर वापस जा पाए कि नहीं. Read ahead. Turn the page, Aryaditya. You are doing beautiful here. What happens next?
Suddenly, a beast
Oh my
appeared.
God, a beast.
A beast appeared and said, how dare you steal my flower?
अच्छा वो फ्लावर उसी का था. Oh my God.
You shall die for it. The merchant
Begged for mercy.
begged for mercy.
Read this page, Aryaditya.
The beast agreed to spare him if the
He promised.
promised to send one of his daughters to stay with him. The merchant agreed requestfully and returned home. Upon hearing the story, Beauty agreed to go.
Okay, so उसको पता नहीं था कि वो फ्लावर जो है वो तो बीस्ट का था. So what happened? The beast appeared and said, "How dare you steal my flower without my permission? So you will die for it. You will be punished. You will be reprimanded very badly." The merchant begged for mercy. मेरे को छोड़ दो. मेरे को पता नहीं था. Then the beast laid out one condition. If he promised to send one of his daughters to stay with him. The merchant had no choice. He agreed reluctantly and returned home. Now, when the merchant came back home, he narrated the story and the little beauty agreed to it. पढ़ो आगे.
She reached the castle and met the beast. He asked meet
Whether.
the beast whether she had come of her own will. Yes, said Beauty. The beast was happy. She asked her to
Comfortable.
comfortable and explore the place.
When the little beauty reached the castle and met the beast was curious whether she had come here of her own free will or whether she had been persuaded to reach there. But the little girl was very clever. She said, "Yes, I have come of my own free will." Then the beast was welcoming of him and said, "You go ahead and explore the place and feel like home. Be at home," he said to the little girl. आगे क्या होता है? बने रहिए हमारे साथ.
Beauty was amazed to see the
Beautifully decorated room with books and musical instruments kept ready for her. So
She was very happy. Beauty started living with the beast. They began to enjoy each other's company.
So क्या होता है? So beauty, when she reaches there, she finds that the room is filled with all different varied kinds of books and different musical instruments which were kept ready just for her. So the beast had made elaborate arrangements for the beauty, and she was very happy to see all that. Suddenly they developed a very good friendship and they started enjoying each other's company and started living together harmoniously. Let's see, आर्यदित्य, आप बने रहिए हमारे साथ. क्या होता है उनके साथ देखने के लिए, जानने के लिए.
3 months passed.
3 months passed. 3 महीने बीत गए.
3 months passed. One day Beauty raced to meet her father. The beast agreed, but he made her promise to return in a week.
So 3 months passed and one day the beauty was missing her family, right? उसको भी मिस हो रहा था ना, वो घर से दूर थी 3 महीने तक. So she thought and requested the beast, "Will you please give me permission so that I can go back home and meet my father?" But the beast was also very fond of her. She wasn't wanting to let her go so easily. So He made her promise, you will have to promise me that he will return back in a week's time. The beauty agreed and left for her father's home happily. उसके बाद क्या होता है? क्या वो वापस बीस्ट के पास आती है? देखते हैं, बने रहिए.
Soon the week was over. A little longer, but one night she had a dream that the beast missed her, was dying,
Scared and worried.
scared and worried. She rushed back to the castle. She found him in a garden, almost dead. Beauty tried revive him. She cried
Bitterly and said,
please open your eyes. You can't die. I love you.
So soon the week was over, and then what happened, that the beauty actually had fallen in love with the beast, and she started to miss her. So one night she saw a dream. In the dream she saw that the beast was dying and that she was missing her so badly. So she rushed back to the castle and she found him in the garden, and he was almost dead. Beauty tried to revive him, tried to resuscitate him, and said, please open your eyes. You can't die leaving me behind. I really love you. What happens? Beast बचता है या मर जाता है? देखते हैं.
As soon as
As she said this,
the beast transformed into
a handsome prince.
a handsome prince. The prince explained how her love broke the spell that was cast by a wicked fairy. They soon got married and lived happily ever after.
So दोस्तों, आपने देखा, love can overcome all barriers. Love can break all spells. So the beast was in fact entrapped, and there was a spell which was laid by a witch on him. But the boundless love of the beauty broke that spell, and he was transformed into a lovely prince. Soon after they got married and lived happily ever after. इसीलिए live in love, embrace love. झगड़ा मत करना, प्यार करो, मोहब्बत करो. That's the only good thing that is left in this wide world. So Aryaditya, what is the last book that you're going to narrate to us? आगे क्या पढ़ना है आपको? बताइए.
Blackie and Goldie.
Blackie and Goldie. Okay, let us change our positions, guys. Yes. So today being a Father Day, so we decided to do this special cameo. So it was my son's idea. Daddy, you have a YouTube channel. Let us go and let us have some fun. So I didn't know of any other fun. I know reading books to us is the ultimate entertainment. So we as a family do read every day. And I would encourage every one of my beautiful viewers who are engaged with us and who are watching this beautiful live session, so that it doesn't get boring. So थोड़ा बहुत बातचीत करनी भी ज़रूरी है. So also drop in your comment section how Sunday morning went for you, and you can also share your favorite books in the comment section. हमें आप जितना मोटिवेट करोगे वैसे ही हम उतना लाइव सेशंस में आएंगे. It is just a start. We are just trying, and let's see whether we can. I am tickling you. We need to be happy. We need to look very, very happy today. Okay? So let's go ahead and read the next book. Guys, say hello to your audience. And soon, I promise, this guy over here will also have his own YouTube channel. उसको तो कोई thanks मत बोलो, अभी जारी रहेगा सेशन. It's just, we are just getting warmed up.
This is 4.
This is 4. Yes. Please show some love, guys and girls. Please come here and join us for this wonderful and interactive session. और एक बात तो है यार, वन सिर्फ 1 to 1 अच्छा नहीं
Happy
लगता.
Father's Day.
थैंक यू. दैट इज द बेस्ट गिफ्ट दैट आई कुड हैव रिसीव्ड ऑन फादर्स डे. ठीक है, चलो आगे बढ़ो. नेक्स्ट किताब पढ़ो. कौन सा है?
Blackie and Goldie.
ब्लैकी एंड गोल्डी. ओके, लेट्स सी हु आर दे. क्या होता है, पढ़ो. जानने के लिए बने रहिए प्लॉट पंडित्स के साथ. रिमेंबर वन थिंग, द प्लॉट ऑलवेज थिकन्स एट प्लॉट पंडित्स. स्टार्ट.
One morning, Mother Cat said to her two little furry kittens, "Now you are old and
Enough.
enough to and catch some fish."
So, mother cat had two little furry kittens, and they had grown old now. And mother cat, they wanted her two kittens to be independent and to be self-sufficient. So they instructed her, "Now you are old enough. जाओ और कुछ खाना ले आओ." Basically, जैसे मम्मियाँ
Why
करती
you
हैं.
sing Ciao?
Huh? We have to make some fun, right? We cannot make it boring. A lovely audience is watching us for the last 42 minutes. बोरियत नहीं होनी चाहिए. We should keep it entertaining and lively. आदित्य, carry on. देखते हैं क्या होता है. वो अगर खाना लेने जाएगी, will they be safe? कोई पकड़ तो नहीं लेगा उन्हें? मुझे डर लग रहा है.
Goldie picked up her fishing rod and basket and
Headed out to the pond happily.
happily. But Blackie fetched fishing rod kicked the door shut and sat fumbly.
Fuming. So Goldie picked up the fishing rod and basket and headed out to the pond happily. So after that they fetched the fish and kicked the door shut and sat fuming. Next. Chup karo. You can't say that. So next. Next, please go ahead. Just pretend as if nothing happened. You have to carry ahead.
What is this
No.
smell?
It is just coming from the neighborhood, you know. So we'll just continue. We cannot let this interrupt us, our session, right? Okay. So let's show some love, right? Carry on.
On her way, Goldie met a gazing goat and said, "Uncle Goat, please tell me the way to the pond go east." Said the goat. "Thank you," said Goldie, and walked on.
Wow. Then what happened?
Blackie came upon the same. The goat shut request. He, which way is the
Go to the
pond?
kitchen. Nisa is the dustbin.
The goat looked at Blackie angrily. He pointed towards the west.
Okay. Then carry ahead.
On the way, Goldie's fishing rod accidentally hit a squirrel's pile of ground, piling them back.
Immediately.
Immediately, she said, "Sorry, Auntie, never mind. Never mind, go on," said the squirrel.
Okay. Next, what happened?
Goldie soon
Spotted a cottage and knocked.
spotted a cottage and knocked. A monkey opened the door. "Uncle,
Sit
Would-
still.
Uncle,
Could you please show me the way to the pond?
she requested. The monkey pointed it out. Thank him. Goldie walked on.
Okay. Next.
soon reached the pond and fished till her basket was full. Meanwhile, Blackie.
Oh my God!
What?
Blackie was lost.
Meanwhile, Blackie was lost and in a hurry kicked over a rabbit's basket of carrots. But she walked on without approaching.
Apologizing.
Blackie thumped
On the door of the house.
the door of the house and asked which way the pond.
Which way is the pond? So Blackie thumped on the house. He was very rude and he was very impromptuous. He forgot that you have to be polite to make people obey you so that they listen to your instructions. You cannot order anyone. That is the way of the world. But Blackie instead chose to be rude and thumped on the door. Pond किधर है? सीधा ऐसे उसने बोला. Do you think that that person will show him the way to the pond? Let's see. The bear who lived there was angry. I'm not telling you, he said, and slammed the door shut. This is what he got for being rude. So guys, विनम्रता. मुन्ना भाई याद है ना? विनम्रता. विनम्र बनो. चलो आगे बढ़ो.
Blackie reached a brook. There she caught three fish.
Three fish.
But she ate them all as she was very angry.
Hungry. You
Yeah.
cannot be angry. When you eat, you're hungry, right? You cannot be angry. All right, let's go ahead.
Again you're tickling me.
You have to.
Oh, this is 5.
5.
And this is also 4.
So our audience is growing, right, Aryaditya? People are loving your stories. That proves it. People are coming from all over the world to listen to your wonderful storytelling. I must tell you, at this age, you are indeed reading amazingly. I was not able to do it.
When
I couldn't read so well at your
she
age.
reached home, her mother asked her, how many fish did you catch? 3.
कितने मछली पकड़े? चलो.
Where are they? I ate them, she said gloomily.
Gloomily. Sad. Sad is gloomily. Okay. Next.
When the mother looked into Goldie's basket, she found it full. She hugged Goldie and held her close to the heart. That day, Blackie understood the importance of being polite even to strangers.
So this was our last story. So let us tell you guys basically
Thank you,
क्या.
everyone.
Yay! Amazing. So he read.
Oh, I didn't read these 2 books.
Okay, so we will keep it for later. We will again plan a session at night. So guys and girls, lock in schedule. We are coming online
Oh, this
again.
is 6.
6. So we want more number. No, 6 बहुत छोटा है यार. Come on.
Again 3.
So anyway, so we will come online at 8 p.m. Mark the time. We are coming online with the other storybooks. Please show us some love. This is my new channel and I am trying to build it around the love for books, the power of books. ठीक है? तो उसी के around ये चीज़ है. Also, wishing all my Muslim friends a very happy Eid tomorrow. It is your special day and I have had from my experience very lovely Muslim friends and ये आप लोग का त्योहार है, जाइए और खुल के एंजॉय कीजिए. ठीक है? अभी आज के लिए इतना ही था. मिलते हैं 8 बजे. प्लीज़ সবাই এসো, সবাই মিলে এসো বই পড়ি. বইকে নিয়ে
We are saying,
থাকি,
you are
বইকে
saying
নিয়ে ভালোবাসি।
Bangla.
টাটা।
Tata.
Language, it is the love for books is irrespective of language. Language does not matter. It is a heart which should speak to the other heart. And the heart knows no boundaries, as love does not know any boundaries. ठीक है, enjoy कीजिए एंड मिलते हैं ब्रेक के बाद। ओ सॉरी, मिलते हैं 8 बजे। टाटा, बाय बाय।